Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Dre. Just posting this video to Everett Sandero. We've been going back and forth about the video with the three 15-year-old teenagers attacking a 13-year-old kid on a school bus. A lot has been said about the story. People have formulated their own opinions. Some are very critical of the bus driver. Some understand that it's not the bus driver's responsibility to step in and put his own health at risk. Now, Everett and Everett, I know you have a different opinion and you feel strongly about stepping in to protect the kid. And I believe we all pretty much feel the same way. I know if my child was riding a bus, I want to know that my child would come home safe and sound. And I would hope that for anyone's child. But at the same time, we as parents may not necessarily know the city regulations and the policies. And why should we ask someone to put their health at risk? This isn't like someone like a police officer or a firefighter, and they choose that occupation, which is very, very risky, to put yourself in harm's way for the general populace. But a bus driver, his responsibility is just to get the child from point A to point B. And of course, he is responsible for the safety of the kids. If a fight breaks out, we all would hope that a bus driver would intervene, but there are so many different things that need to be done in order to ensure safety for both the bus driver and the passengers. So that's the main reason why I take the stance of not faulting a bus driver, because he was only doing his job. But at the same time, I also look at the fact that the bus driver is not as young as yourself or me. I wouldn't have a problem stepping in because I know that I can handle my own. I'm pretty sure that you can handle your own. And for the most part, I'm pretty sure the bus driver can handle his own too. But 3-on-1 is still 3-on-1. And I've seen videos where younger men, teens, have basically overwhelmed an adult. So it's not improbable that he could have been harmed by these three teens. They could have easily turned the tide against him and really, really hurt him. So that's something to take into consideration as well. We all want to do everything that we can to help each other. At least that's the general term, but not to kind of steer away from this subject, but consider the George Zimmerman case, when there was a question of whether it was Trayvon Martin screaming for help or George Zimmerman screaming for help. Someone was screaming for help. You can hear it on the 911 calls, but who really intervened? George Zimmerman's testament is that there was one gentleman that came out, and Zimmerman said that he was trying to handle the situation. The guy said that he was going to run in to call the police. In all of the testimony, there was only that one person, but still there was someone that was screaming. And for all the people that called 911, no one stepped in to try to help. And it's possible that Trayvon Martin would still be alive. It's a totally different subject. I don't want to steer too far into that because I already have a video about that. And once again, for anyone watching this video, besides the fact that it's addressed to you, Everett, excuse me, this is not about race. For me, I didn't think it was with the George Zimmerman case. I don't think it is with this case. It's just about right and wrong. And the three kids, they were definitely in the wrong. And I certainly hope that the punishment is severe for them, because it's, unacceptable what they did. So, and I just briefly saw some information that they were going to face the judge. I didn't really read the article, but I saw it on CNN.com, and I was just looking at some other stuff. But overall, your video, I understood it completely. As far as with anyone being raped, we all understand that if someone is being raped, I would feel the same way that you do. If people are just going to stand by and watch a young girl get raped, they're just as guilty as a person who's committing the act. So someone should definitely step in under those circumstances. But I'm also aware that in my experience teaching martial arts, the whole thing with self-defense, people are very selfish and don't want to intervene. You hear someone screaming for help and no one takes any action. All of a sudden, someone yells fire and people are thinking about their own personal interest, So they end up calling for help because they think that they're going to lose their own property. That's how I used to teach when I taught self-defense, is that if someone's attacking you, especially if it's late at night, you're in between houses, somewhere in earshot of others that might be able to hear you, yell fire. But once again, it's not about that. This is about the story of the 3 kids attacking 1 kid. So you and I would, probably step in and take action to protect. Whether the kids would attack us or not, I would definitely have concerns as far as 3 teenagers just trying to bull rush me. And hopefully you would feel the same way. Even with my martial arts background, I'm not bulletproof. I'm not resistant to kryptonite, or anything like that. But if 3 kids are attacking me and something happens, lose my footing, whatever, now I find myself in a situation to where I'm needing to defend myself, and much worse things can happen. This day and age, kids don't knuckle up the way kids did of our generation. You stand around, you want to fight someone, you put the things up, and you start throwing them. And ultimately, one person wants to stop, and that's that. But unfortunately, in today's society, kids will fight. One person gets the advantage. Next thing you know, the underdog, the person who's getting their ass kicked, they got their friends jumping in. Yeah, you got people, you fight, you start off with the hands. All of a sudden, someone's grabbing a stick. Someone's got a knife. Someone's got a gun. All of a sudden, things turn bad. You never know what the circumstances are. So it's all about protecting oneself. I think the bus driver, we can't really say what his mindset is. Was he afraid? I'm pretty certain that he was. I mean, I don't think any bus driver would expect for kids to just break out and start kicking the hell out of one kid, but then they start thinking what to do from there. So we can all say, well, this is what I would do, this is what I would do, but until something like that actually happens, who's to say what will actually be done? Because in that instance, some people who you think would step in just get frozen with fear. So I certainly appreciate that you posted that second video. This is not being adversarial or anything like that. We're basically exchanging our opinions amongst one another, and others get to see our videos and formulate their own opinions. But if you have any comments, go ahead and put that in the comment section. Peace.